Hello everyone, my name is Manish Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about communication for UGC NET paper 1. We will discuss about all these important topics, definition of communication, characteristics of communication, effective classroom communication, verbal and non-verbal communication, intrapersonal and interpersonal communication. We will also see barriers to communication, mass media, hot versus cool media. So let's start it. Communication. Simple act of sharing information from one person to another person so that meaning is understood will be called communication. Now we will see characteristics of communication. Clear. Your language should be easy to understand. A main aim of communication, whatever you saying, other person must be understand it. If you are making other person confused by using so many technical words, that means you are not satisfying main aim of communication. So your language should be easy to understand. Concise, use necessary words, be straight to point. Don't unnecessarily try to exaggerate your message. Concrete, your message should be based on factual information rather than your imagination. For example, you are providing some information. If other person want to verify your information, it must be true because this information is based on some fact, not on your imagination. Courtesy, show respect and politeness for another person because nobody like you are disrespecting them. What is effective classroom communication? Good and clear conversation in classroom will be called effective classroom communication, where teacher and student are sharing their ideas, information. This is a two-way street. That means there is no just teacher is speaking. Student will also get chance to speak. Clear and purposeful. Classroom conversation always for some purpose. Main purpose giving information. That's why teacher should use words that student can easily understand. If information is very complex, then teacher should divide this complex information into small understandable part. Teacher don't just talk. Teacher should use picture, chart, even writing notes. Teacher should look, listen and give proper attention to their student and also ask for their ideas. If student give their idea, then teacher should not directly criticize them. Instead of this, teacher can ask, can you tell me little more about this? Teacher should try to make classroom very safe so that nobody is scared to ask a question. Teacher should call out student with their name. Teachers should understand feeling of student and respect their ideas. Most importantly, teachers should arrange group discussion programs in classroom. Now we are going to talk about verbal versus non-verbal communication. If you remember in your school time, teacher purposefully gazed her eyes to stop misbehavior of a student or moving close to disruptive student instead of directly saying something from mouth. This is example of non-verbal communication. Yes, this is absolutely true because non-verbal communication include gesture, facial expression, body language, posture, eye contact. But sometimes non-verbal communication is not clear. But teacher can use non-verbal communication effectively by using her smile, notes, or raise her eyebrow to approve or disapprove student comment. Or teacher should try to maintain open body posture instead of closing arms. Now we are going to talk about verbal communication. Verbal communication includes spoken or written words. Usually we think carefully before speak or write. And we use verbal communication to present detail or complex information. And verbal communication is more exact and clear as compared to non-verbal communication. Teacher use verbal communication to deliver information. In order to make verbal communication more effectively, teacher should speak clearly so that student can easily understand. Teacher should try to adjust her voice or tone according to concept, and teacher should try to break complex information into small understandable part. Now we are going to talk about interpersonal communication and intrapersonal communication. Exchange of idea between two or more person will be called interpersonal communication. Teacher talking to student, example of interpersonal communication. How teacher can make interpersonal communication effectively by giving proper feedback to student, actively listening them, showing empathy and respect towards their ideas. Plus, teacher must have emotional intelligence. That means teacher should not become extremely aggressive no matter how is the situation of classroom. Intrapersonal communication, when you communicate with yourself. Self talk is example of intrapersonal communication. Teacher talking to herself in order to plan lesson, also example of intrapersonal communication. Sometime teacher think in her mind, today she has to deliver this lesson, she try to make this lesson interesting, example of intrapersonal communication, because she is thinking in her mind. And intrapersonal communication also very useful for teacher, for self awareness, for emotional regulation, and for better decision making. Now we are going to talk about barriers to classroom communication. That means what are obstacles in classroom communication. Physical barriers. Sometime due to noise, poor lighting or temperature, teacher is not able to deliver information properly, or you can say that sometimes students are not able to listen properly due to all these problem. Language barriers. Sometimes teacher is using over complex technical words which students are not able to understand. It will be called language barriers. Psychological barriers, for example, stress. Sometime due to stress, teacher is not able to deliver information properly, or you can say that sometime due to stress, students are not able to acquire information properly. How to overcome from classroom communication barriers? First of all, teacher should try to listen their student properly. Teacher should try to maintain proper body language. Teacher time to time should take feedback so that teacher can know are student getting their point or not. Teacher should speak clear and concise. Teacher should try to maintain a safe environment. Plus, teacher should know about student feeling and try to understand it. And teacher should use simple language. Mass media is like a tool like TV, radio, newspaper, internet, and these tools send information very quickly and entertain a huge number of different people who are spread out all over the world. Print media include newspaper, magazine, books. Broadcast media include television, radio. Digital media include Facebook, Insta, and YouTube. Hot media versus cool media. These terms, first of all, introduced by Marshall McLuhan in 1964 in his book named Understanding Media, the Extension of Man. Hot media characterized by high definition and low audience participation. Hot media characterized by high definition and low audience participation, for example, books or radio. On the other hand, cool media characterized by low definition and high audience participation, for example, television and telephone. This is all about today's video. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye. Take care.